What's going on, everybody? Core Conversations for Tuesday. It's Freestyle Tuesday, and I'm about to joke. So yes, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining us this morning. Rob, what's going on? Good to see you. We are here. Hey, Shannon. Good seeing you yesterday. Saw you online with not online. I saw your pictures with Pat Sato and the backpack initiative that you guys were doing. That's awesome. Hard today. Roddy Irie. Do a couple housekeeping things here. Trying to reach out to a few people here. Nice. That's good. Yes, that was huge. I'm excited about that. And I feel like that it's you know when something feels like it's real and then something like that happens and then it makes it like realer than real. That's where I'm at. So it's exciting to see that, and also to see the balance and the transition and all the things that happen when you're jumping into a new role. So yeah, lots going on. It's definitely exciting to see. Doing some canvassing tonight too. If you're ever around to join us, we have the whole schedule set up for September, and that's going to come out as well. Kristen, our coordinator, is going to be doing a great job with that. She already is. So yeah, lots of stuff on the go. Okay, a couple more housekeeping things to do while I just jump down here. Core Conversations podcast and YouTube. So like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, I should start doing some lives on my Read for Ward 9 page. It'd be fun to just highlight people in the area. Do that. Maybe I'll do that later today. Maybe like 8:30 or 9. 8:30, no, maybe 8 o'clock. Ward 9 live. Let's see how this rolls out. Shannon, it's so funny. You're just giving me all these ideas and you're not even talking. So let's call it the W9 live on Ward 9. How's that look? Yes, you're like my like business ideation coach. Award 9, or do I put like read in the name somewhere? Core conversations have anything to do with anything. So Award 9 core conversations. No. Award 9 conversations. Hey Tammy, how's it going? Hi Louise. Every now and then on these core conversations, it kind of becomes like a business coaching, business development thing. That seems to be the vibe for this week. And I'm just thinking through doing another live, IG live on a different channel on my Read for Ward 9 page to highlight different people. So we're just talking through names. So if you have any names, any suggestions for a name for another IG live show that is community centered for my Read for Ward 9 page, give me some ideas. Shoot some ideas out there for names. This kind of piggybacks on the conversation yesterday about disciplines, routines, and rhythms. Excuse me. Apparently, excuse me sounds like Siri, so Siri just jumped in. Helen Hayes, how are you? If you have any online classes, workshops, workouts that are coming up, please put them in the chat. I'm going to put mine in here too. So I do an online Pilates class Tuesdays and Thursdays. At 1:30. Yes, you know what? Why reinvent the wheel? It's called Core Conversations Community. Triple C. Just the community edition. Blank and pink for breast cancer. Nice. I train, I win. What's going on? So, what's the Blank and pink breast cancer event? Is it a Pilates-based thing, a movement-based thing? Are you running it, or are you just participating in it? And shout out to Terry Fox run in this area where I'll be doing the warm-up. So we'll do a dynamic warm-up, Pilates warm-up, and that kind of thing. So we gotta get that going soon as well. And Helen Hayes, I'm going to start a movement challenge for 21 minutes for 21 days from September 1 to 21, but it's in French. En français. That's cool. That's a good idea. Those are both good ideas. Hey, Natasha. So, what else is going on? I'd love to hear from you all. What else you got going on? Because those are two ideas that I really like. 21 days. So, Helen, let's talk a little bit more about that. What are you doing? Are you just scheduled classes online? Or you recorded classes that people can do whenever they can join live? Like, I mean, how are you doing that? Because that might be a good challenge for people. Because I would do like 5 days of movement, September 1 to 5. Like, I don't know. Okay, so see, Helen, a challenge to get people moving every day for 21 minutes with accountability. They have to film themselves on time lapse and send it to a WhatsApp group. Oh, okay. That is a great idea. That sounds like it's less work for you too, because you don't have to teach a class all the times. So I could, in theory, use 3 of my videos and say, I can work with, say, send you these 5 videos and you have to record yourself doing them for 5 days. To your group. Yes. True. Now, do people pay for this? Is it just straight accountability? Is there a prize? I'm seriously thinking it's a great idea. Where's my pen? Try to find my pen. They don't send the time lapse, they're eliminated. Yikes. So they have to pay $2 a day. Huh. That's like, and then what do they win? Like, do they win anything besides the pride of knowing they did something for 21 days? Yeah. That's interesting. That's a good idea. I like that. I've never been one for doing like 90-day challenges, 60-day challenges, 21-day challenges. For some reason that, I don't know, I struggle with that accountability piece, but I know that that's really engaging for some people. So there's no prize. So she's saying no prize, but they can be proud of themselves for finishing it. Absolutely. So are they existing clients? Because maybe like a simple prize could be just a private session with you just to enhance their new skill set. Or unless this is all with existing clients, but. So Shannon, are you still there? Because I was wondering if I was to do something like that. I would, so now, tell me what you think about this. Now, I'm just thinking like retention. 21 days is tough for me to do anything. Like I would be like, I'm gonna do a 7-day challenge or a 5-day challenge. Monday to Friday, you have your weekend to yourself, dive in for 5 days. Here's a video, send a video of yourself doing the workout every day to the WhatsApp group. And then at the end of the week, you get a high five. Would you do that? 21 days, I like that a lot, and that's some huge commitment. But yeah, Helen, I think that you're so smart for doing it with a video. So it wouldn't be that much work. Cool. Nice. All right. So we gotta be like better pricing. Okay, so what's a realistic prize, everybody? Like, what has worked for you guys? I actually know it's funny. I've had I've done some things like this in the past, and hi Tammy. You know what's funny? A pretty good retention thing? Stickers. As simple and as juvenile as it sounds, people got a kick out of getting stickers for achieving certain milestones or checkpoints in the challenge. Stickers, like a chart with stickers. It's so funny. You can press virtual stickers nowadays, but like that sort of thing. But what has worked? If you've done, first of all, have you done some kind of 90-day challenge, 60-day challenge, 21-day challenge? And what prizes did you give as a result of achieving it? That sense of pride and the way that they feel should be enough. But you know what? People are pretty materialistic sometimes. So that doesn't always fly. What is Helen saying? But I like it though. That's a really good idea. Starting September 1. All right, so back to Tammy. So Tammy's Plank in Pink. She'll be doing live with a variety of planks, making it accessible to everyone, partnering with Core Compassion Project, also other movement educators. Yeah, Core Compassion is doing such great work. That's really good. That's good as well. Anyone else got any challenges or movement things that are going on or that are coming up? I think September's a good time, obviously. Those in the fitness industry know September is like January. This is when people come back from their cottages and back to his kids in school. They're done eating their hamburgers every weekend, and now they're trying to get back dialed in. So, and they're also scared about Christmas coming when things are going to fall off the rails again. So that's the sort of thing. My brother just joined in the room. I'm going to pitch this to him and tell me if you do this. I'm going to do, similar to Helen Hayes, a 21-day challenge. I'm going to have 3 videos that you have to follow, your choice of which video you'd like. And simply, for all the registrants that are going to be in the WhatsApp group, post a time-lapse video if you're doing the entire workout. And then, at the end, if you don't post your video for the day, you're eliminated. If you complete the challenge, you get the pride of knowing you completed the challenge. It's going to cost you $2 a day. That'll be $42. Are you in? I basically just summarized your idea, Helen. It's just like sometimes I need to do that in my own head. If I just say it out loud, then any questions that come up, then I can answer those questions in the next pitch. And that's kind of the way I work. And reading your comment, I got inspired by my friend in Barbados who's been doing these challenges for 13 months, and they are great. I roll out of bed and do my challenge. Legit. Okay, so repeat the challenge. So it's a 21-day challenge, a 21-day movement challenge. Helen, what do you call it again? $21 oh, there it is. Okay, so 21 minutes for 21 days. I'm gonna send you the videos. You have a choice of a few different videos to work with, and you have to send your video of your workout to the WhatsApp group every day. You don't send it, you're out. $21 for 21. I like it. That's a good idea. Hey, Troy. So Troy, do you do any, some do it for accumulations? Oh yeah, okay, that's the other one. Okay, so first Troy, so we're talking about a 21-day challenge that Helen Hayes has with 21 days of movement, 21 minutes. Just a thing to get people moving, a way to engage new people in movement. Pre-recorded videos, you're in a WhatsApp group and you send the group your video to stay in. You don't send the video, you're out. So just accountability thing. Sounds like a pretty cool idea. So we're kind of fleshing that out, what that would look like for me if I was to do it. Do you do any kind of, or does anyone who just joined us do any kind of fitness challenge of that sort? The one that Shannon's talking about, I've seen it where, and I've seen, like, I think Phil does these where like you do one and it gradually accumulates every day. So like you do one burpee, and then day 2 you do 2 burpees, and day 3 you do 3 burpees, whatever it is. So like there's a cumulative challenge until you're up to however 100 days of burpees or whatever it is. I find I can't do that either. Not I can't, but like by day 3 I'm like, I forgot 2 days ago. It's just not, that's not how I roll. But yes, but people love it. Like you see my brothers, like I love that stuff. I see him do that. I see Damon does that as well. I drop off so quick. I remember one time Phil and I'd have to write them. I remember one time we did 1,000 push-ups in a day. A challenge Phil and I were doing. So like on the hour, do 100 push-ups. With my personal training clients or whatever, be like, give me a minute. Down, do my 100 push-ups, come back up and continue to do that. So we did 1,000 push-ups in a day and posted the last 100 on YouTube. That's probably the last challenge I did, and that was like 20 years ago. So 15 years ago. Yeah. Anyone else got any fitness challenges? Anything that they're rolling out? Like I love the plank in pink one. And yeah. Troy, I'm gonna reach out to you to do another private session, another online. We'd love to do that. And actually I have a colleague here who's doing Pilates as well, teaching out of here, like for both of us to do a lesson with you. I think that'd be fun. So I'm gonna line that up. I'll reach out to you about that. If you haven't taken a class with Troy McCarty Pilates, who is in the chat, I think. Still, no, he's not. Okay, he's gone. But check him out. So I like that challenge. I might do that. Phil, would you do that? Shannon, would you do that? Calling you guys to accountability right out of the gate. Would a 5-day challenge be more realistic? And then just roll it over and be like, okay, 5 days. Let's do another 5-day next week. And all of a sudden they have 4 weeks where they've worked out 20 days out of the month. Just sneakily get people moving 20 days out of the month. I don't know. It would totally be something you could do. I already have videos. All right. I have videos that are like, some of them are like a classical Pilates method. Some of them are like Pilates for back pain, Pilates for neck pain, Pilates for golfers. All over COVID, I have so many workouts that I recorded for people that I could forward and make it part of a challenge. Yeah, I think for the sake of retention, 5-day would be less intimidating. So if a 5-day would be less intimidating, what about like a 2-day weekend challenge? Every weekend, you gotta throw down a Saturday and a Sunday workout, so work can't be your excuse. Unless you work on a weekend. I'm all about low threshold entry points, right? Like, it's one thing to do like, I could go and throw down a crazy hard workout, or Phil and I can get together and do something and just be like, okay, let's just like see what our deadlift is now or something, and that's fine. But when you're trying, what we're talking about is getting people moving, getting people from zero to movement. How do you do that? And what are some of the strategies that makes it in a way that basically is the launch pad for their fitness journey? That's a quote over there. So let's do a 1-day challenge starting tomorrow. That's so funny. All right, so my thing will probably be a 5-day challenge. And this is the reason why. I would do it for 5 days. Like this business coaching I'm doing it myself here. So I do a 5-day challenge that starts on September 1. Advertise it today. And then on day 3 of the challenge, I invite them to sign up for another week. And they could sign up for the following Monday, again for the same price as last week. Call it what? $25 a week? $5 a day? $2 a day? Couch to 5K is good. $2 a day, that's $10 for the week. So on day 3, you're invited to sign up. They have 24 hours to sign up for the next week and pay their money to get in for the next week. And then have a prize if they complete the month. But don't tell them about that till the next week. So when they sign up on day 3 of the next week, there's a prize. Or when they sign up in week 3, you mail them the prize and not tell them there's a prize going into week 4. Boom. Then you have them for life. Surprise and delight, my friends. Good thing there's only 7 people in the room here as we talk this through. So there you go. That is the plan. Anyone else want to take that? You're more than welcome to. If I get the infrastructure and the Calendly set up and stuff, message me privately and I will. I'll give you that framework. That because I think that is something that could probably be done and be a great way to get people connected to your practice. And also, Helen, this is the reason why I like this, is because it's recycling our old content. So how many of you, show of hands, have recorded classes from COVID where you were doing like online classes? This is using your old content and recycling it. So you don't have to spend another hour doing more stuff. So better breathing, we just figured out a challenge. We're talking about fitness challenges that may be done in the past, 90-day challenges, 21-day challenges, push-up challenges, that sort of thing. Do you have any? Okay, so here's the recap. And so better breathing, you can hear it, Phil can hear it. So I'm going to do a 5-day movement challenge. We're going to give you the classes, the pre-recorded classes, and you'll be in a WhatsApp group. And that group will send in a time-lapse video of you doing the workout every day. If you don't send in your time-lapse video, you're out. At the end of the week, you've completed your challenge of moving for 5 days. But on day 3 of the challenge, I'm going to send you an invite to sign up for it again for next week in hopes that someone's going to continue with this for the month and get 20 days of movement out in the month. And then by the 3rd week, we'll sign them up and then send a prize to those who continue for that whole time. So it becomes a continual challenge and something that ropes people in. So that's the thought. Andrew, what's going on again? I'm just trying to, we'll talk in a second. So what do you guys think about that? I think we just planned out a pre-challenge. So, and Helen, I'm just going to read your comment, not actually feeling myself doing voice recording that goes to WhatsApp group. And they press the button and listen as they do the class. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, there you go. Well, that's a great idea. That really is, I think that's our idea as we kind of flesh that out. I think that like just talking with you guys as we do it makes it real. Any questions on that and what would work and what wouldn't work? Which one's easier to implement, the video or just grabbing old videos? Because I was thinking about just the fact of recycling old content as well. Old relevant content, I should say. I asked this before. How many of you have... Oh, the voice note. Yes, those accountability checks do help. Yeah, I like the accountability piece. I mean, you feel good about it, right? Like just with your movement and helping, right? So, well, I think that's something I'm gonna try and do because it's what, the 23rd right now. Roll it out for September 1. I'll roll it out on my Real Men Do Pilates page and just make it a separate thing so people can see it there. And pull people in on the Personal Victory page on Facebook. We'll see. And the funny thing is too, with that, just on the side note, this is something we talked about yesterday. If I decide to roll this out, or anyone of you decide to roll it out, message me. Honestly, if you want to just message me and we can kind of flesh it out together. If you roll that out and let's say Logan just stepped in and right on perfect timing. If you decide to roll out this program or some kind of accountability thing for your group and you think that 15 people are going to join up and only 2 people join, do it like there's 15 people in the room. Do it like there's 50 people in the room. It's a small WhatsApp group. It doesn't matter. The 2 people in the room are going to benefit greatly from it, and they're going to tell their friends. We all know this. But what happened is in the background, sometimes we get discouraged because we didn't get the masses flooding to us. Maybe we didn't put the effort in, or we got busy, and then the time kind of closed out, and we didn't have as much runway as we thought. Run it anyways. Take your lumps, make your pivots, do the thing, and just run with it. Like that whole messy action thing, just do it. And next time you just roll it out a little smoother, and then you cast your net a little bit wider. Maybe one of them will tell their friends. Like I was watching this movie last night with my wife, and she was saying like everybody knows 5 people. Get those people to tell 5 people. Put them to work for you. There's so many other ways that you can make this actually work, even if it doesn't work the way you want it to right out the gate, right? So a few comments just came through on that. I've seen people sending their video to the group at like 4 o'clock in the morning after partying so they didn't get kicked out. That's awesome. That's the kind of thing too that I love, is like that creates such a sense of community, because people like, remember when like those little step clicker things started to come out and people were trying to get 10,000 steps a day, and they'd be going to bed and then realize that they didn't get their steps, and they jump out of bed and they do their stairs like 19 times and then get back to bed, and their husband's like, what are you doing? Like, that's the kind of thing that happens where it becomes this joke and it becomes this like community that they want to be a part of, and they want to say that they did it, their own pride, saying like, I got to get this today and I spent 9 days in a row. You cultivate that community piece. Community is so addictive. People don't want to leave the community even if they don't like the exercises they're giving them. So that runs, right? Custom Core says, the workout part sounds easy enough. Recording a time-lapse video sounds challenging. I guess that's still a building benefit. Yeah, that skill's exactly true. And that was the other thing too I was going to say, like, what if someone doesn't understand how to do a time-lapse video? What if you have like older adults who want to jump in? I'd make all kinds of concessions. Just video, take a picture, tell your grandson to take a video of you doing it. Just do something that proves that you're doing it, and will be legit. But yeah, well, that's I think that's the accountability piece to some is the main element of it, right? Profitable Pilates is saying, be the energy, community, and connection you want to see and feel. That's right. Yeah, you got to go out and bring that energy. You can't be like, okay guys, I'm looking for your videos. If you don't have time today, it's okay. Like, put some pressure on them. It's like, it's not going to kill them. Put some pressure on them and let them enjoy it. Let them feel your energy off it, because it's that crucial, it's that important, that fun. No doubt. Helen Hayes saying, thank you for saying that, because I've got fewer than I hoped for and I still got a week to go. A lot of people say they can't commit. Right. Yeah, exactly. I think that's it. Like, I mean, sometimes we have so much ambition, so much vision, but then when reality slaps us, we lose all of our energy, right? So now just keep it going. Like, play for an audience of one all the time. It'll come to pass that more people will join you eventually. Better Breathing says, sending it at 4 a.m. after partying. That's funny. That's honestly, that is jokes. It's part of the challenge. I've sent the instructions to people, but yes, the screenshot is great too. Yeah, exactly. And you know, it's funny, like, yeah, keep it strict. Like, keep it strict to the time lapse and let people figure it out. Like, that is like Audrey Ann was saying, that becomes part of the challenge too. Figure it out. There's a new skill set for you. Don't just like let them off the hook. Let people struggle with it. It's like your weights. Like, let people struggle sometimes. We've created this. We're such safe, warm, fuzzy people that even if we think, if this is center and we're like this warm, fuzzy people over here, if we think, okay, I don't want to be like this taskmaster over here, but we're so far over here, if we start to move over, we're still going to be so close to center. No one's going to be offended if we start to push them, start making them uncomfortable, and start really challenging them to get outside of their comfort zone. So I would say, do a time lapse, do whatever it is, make it happen, make it challenging that way. Profit Applies says people need to know their potential transformation. Also, people don't trust themselves to finish, and that's part of it too. Right? They don't trust themselves to finish. They don't want to, especially in this fitness game. People are used. No, how can I put this? People have failed so many times in these like minuscule ways. They don't care about it anymore. Like, they'll jump into something, but then if they know they're gonna fail again, they won't even try anymore. Like, they don't have that like zeal to get through it. So you're right. That's definitely it. And the flip side there, let's just say, or make the challenge rules fit the people that you're trying to attract. Yeah, you want to make the rules fit, but then yes, but also make the rules challenging. That's the whole part of a challenge, like, you know. So, yeah. See, we got some good people in the room. Like, it's one thing to have a project that you want to launch. It's another thing to launch it with energy and community and passion and all those things, and just make all those little pieces work. And that's a great shout out for Leslie in the room for all the programming that she does. I knew she was gonna jump on. This is totally her bag. All right, let's get her on. Jessica, you can join us too if you want.
Okay. I was really trying to sit here and drink my coffee and just like get ready to film, and then I was like, oh no, I think we are saying the same thing, and also not. And I just I wasn't there for the part. I don't know what people are talking about. I don't know why people are posting at 4 a.m. So what's the premise?
Okay, the premise was a 21-day, 21-minute challenge. Where they have 21 days to get in the habit of doing a movement. There's pre-recorded workouts, and they just have to do a time-lapse video presented, in the WhatsApp group every day. If you don't post a video for that day, you're out. So that's why people are trying to get in at 4 a.m. They're trying to make the cut before they're out. So it's just, that just becomes a fun element to the challenge. So it's nothing but it's just funny how people,
So here's the thing. When you're creating challenges, everyone, hi, I'm Leslie Logan.
Oh, yes.
You have to actually think about, like, first of all, what's your goal for the challenge? Like, what do you want people to do once the challenge is over? Like, because there's got to be something. There's got to be, otherwise you're just doing they're a fuck ton of work. When we've actually stopped doing them for the rest of the year because of just how much it costs my team and time and payroll to run them. But you have to think about, like, what's the next step after the challenge? Like, what are you trying to help them do, whether it's with your company or in life? Because that's going to make a difference. So if the goal is to like zero it down to one person or just a few people, then by nature, you're going to have a lot of people drop off. And the ideal client that is going to sign up for this is someone who's naturally competitive.
Yeah.
To me, like, if I sign up for something like this, of course I'd finish because that's who I am. I only sign up for things I know I'll finish.
Yes.
But I wouldn't sign up for this knowing right now, like, oh, that would be really difficult for me to commit to right now. So I think when you're creating these kinds of challenges, because they can be really awesome, you just have to think about who you're actually trying to attract. Because if you're trying to attract everyone, first of all, you're going to attract nobody. So there's that. But two, you gotta think about them. So for me, the people that we attract are people who are super hard on themselves. This is for OPC. They're super hard on themselves. They if they say they're going to do something and they don't do it, then it's like a loop spiral that they go into that just goes into, and I'm not good at this, and I'm not good at mom, and I'm not a good wife, and I'm not this.
Right.
So we make our challenges like, you press play and you've already done it. That's amazing. Like, we make it the barrier of entry so easy so that they can build up confidence. I'm not saying that my challenge is better than this challenge. I'm just saying,
but for your market.
When you're creating these things, you have to think about your market so that you can actually have the amount of people you want. And maybe it's only 5 people, and that's fine. Your first challenge is not going to have a ton of people, but if they have wins, they tell their friends, you have another challenge. You get to have more people.
Right.
Sorry, I just got on a soapbox.
No, that's fine. That's the soapbox I'm already on. And it's funny how, like, these days where we're just having these conversations, I turned it into like a business coaching, and I made myself the subject where I said, okay, that 21 days great for me, for my population. I would make it a 5-day challenge. Right. And I would just make it almost like a rolling 5-day challenge. So on day 3, I would invite them to sign up for the next week if they're feeling like they're on a roll with it. You know what I mean? So there's pardon?
I said, I hope you're going to charge then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So then exactly. So it's a charging thing where it rolls over, and at the end of the month, it could be like, I landed 20 days of movement out of a whole month, and whatever it is. But like, I'm just reading a comment from my brother here. So is the specificity of the market the first step? Yes, it's a step before even moving, in a sense, just understanding who you are and who you want to connect with. Leslie can say more to that than I can. So
hi, Martin's brother. So first of all, this is actually what we're going to be talking about in a few weeks when we kick off our next agency mini. The first step is clarity. We have to know who you are, who you help, and how you help them. Like, what problem do you solve? And I know that we can solve a ton of problems. There's like tons and tons of people, like, benefits that we can do. And so it's like, I can help 11-year-olds to 9-year-olds. Yes, you can. I have too. But like, if we were to like really like dial in like who you want to be helping on this planet, we would get some sort of psychographics that could work. So then when you're thinking about that, then you have to actually get in their shoes. Where are they at today? They don't know you yet. Maybe they do, but like, let's just pretend that they don't know you or how you help them. And they're just searching and Googling and trying to figure out a solution to their problem. And that's mean. Your brother is definitely being a brother right now.
Specificity, boom.
I don't know. I can say specificity. So then once you have that information, it literally is the roadmap, because it's like, if I'm trying to help like 40 to 50 something year old women, like, make a habit of showing up for themselves, you know, and they've like, I have to think, what is their technological experience? So am I okay if it's just a selfie? Like, we get some interesting selfies. They're like weird feet pictures or weird side pictures, but they're doing it. They're taking pictures of themselves. And I personally probably wouldn't have posted those, but I'm also different age group, right? Different things. So you have that. It just helps lead the roadmap of what you're going to create. I saw Jessica wrote something.
Yes. Actually, Jessica, if you want to join us too, you can. I know Leslie's also.
Face.
Yes, absolutely.
Anyways, I hope that helps answer people's, questions. And the other thing I think you have to realize is that because of the pandemic and because of so many things moving online, there were so many challenges. Like, I'll have people doing my challenge and 2 of my friends' challenge.
Hey.
Hi. Hi, guys. Hi, friends.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, good. I've got my coffee here too. I am tired, but I'm here. Only you would I show up with no filter and no situation here. Only for you guys.
That's the way it should be. That's my whole separate side. People should be shocked when you put makeup on, not when you take makeup off. That's the way I look at life.
True.
But we have 2 experts in the room. We were just having this conversation about challenges
Yep.
and ways we do it and how it connects with people. And Leslie Logan, for those who don't know, has an amazing program where she coaches and guides people through this process. And Jessica has an amazing online presence as well with all of YouTube, and just very transparent, and just her journey and just connect with people. So Jessica, just talk about your program that you have coming up on September 1 that you just put in the chat.
So I was just so interesting that you guys are talking about challenges, because I obviously agree with everything you guys have said. And yes, you definitely have to know what Leslie said, who you're talking to and who your clients are. So I had a really interesting experience like last December with my membership. And I saw someone else had done a challenge, and I saw a lot of like great comments about it. And I thought that's interesting. And I really just threw it up, I think, for members, like a little poll, and said, would you guys want to challenge? And it shocked me because I don't like them personally. It doesn't speak to me. It's not motivating to me. So it shocked me how many people said, yes, 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 yes. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I'm going to do it within the membership. So I just did it a little different. We did a 30-day New Year challenge. And I also think you have to be very specific on how you market it. Like I am specific about setting, like there's no before and after pictures. It's not, people really, with marketing and the diet culture, this whole idea of challenges, there can be a lot of trauma and triggering, honestly, involved. Like a lot of us, when we were 20 years old, were doing some of those old school challenges. I have those before and after pics. They did not serve me in my health journey. So I'm really specific to make sure people know that's not what this is about. We do 30 days of journal prompts as well as 30 days of workouts. So it's really about letting go of false beliefs. Like what Leslie said, what's holding you back from simply getting what you want out of every day? Like what brings you joy? What have you left behind? Why do you feel like maybe that workout isn't right for you? We go through a lot of those things. So I was simply shocked how much the members wanted it, and they loved it. And so it was just a good experience for me as a business owner to say, you know what, just because I don't love
you
to
personally
do
don't
them.
like it. Yeah.
Right. They loved it. And so I use it more as a tool to serve the members. Like, what can we do for you? We do them 2 or 3 times a year, and they're a month long. We did a New Year one, then we did a strong challenge all about getting into lifting weights. Because again, it was, hey, we're a little worried about this. How do we do it? It's like, great, let's do a 30-day, very staged challenge where here's the beginner workouts. I do live tutorials for them. Simply with the idea that I want them to just feel more empowered at the end. That's it. Have a habit, like Leslie said, feel more empowered. And then we have one starting September 1st. That's Pilates for You. That has 2 tracks, so people can choose the beginner track or the advanced track. Same idea. We'll have journal prompts and all that. So we hold it within the membership. So we use it for marketing to try to get new members there. So what Leslie said, what's the end goal as a business? That's my end goal as a business, to keep members because they have an extra service that we're providing that other people might not, and to get new members to try us out because it gets them in. And people really do like to know, oh, there's a beginning and an end, right? So I'll sign up for a month, and if I like it, I'll stay with your membership, but at least there's a clear beginning and an end. And I think that's the part that people like about challenges, is that idea that it's a short-term goal so our brain can hang on to them and say, I can do that. Like the year thing is too long, right? Like I can't imagine a year from now, but I can do 3 weeks from now.
I don't want to commit to a year.
No, exactly.
I
but
was
like I can do
5
a month.
days. Like,
I can do
like, what's the shortest like kind of challenge that you can do? Just because even like 20 days, sometimes people are like,
I've done 5-day ones on YouTube, like five workouts in 5 days, 5 minutes long. That was my most basic one.
We did a 3-day challenge. The first time we did a challenge, it was free. And people freaking loved it. They really, really loved it. I personally like, the ones I've really enjoyed myself are more of this like 5-day, we give them a week just because of replays. And it's like, when we did the Control Your Balance challenge, it wasn't about like everyone's getting off and back on. Like that was, and going back to Jessica's point, like it's on the marketing. It was like, if this exercise freaks you out, I want you there because I want you to see which control balance is yours. It's Control Your Balance. So some people did a single leg elephant during Control Your Balance, control balance off. Some people actually learned how to get back on. And so it's like, it is figuring out how you can get them to measure their success without it being pictures is
Yeah.
huge for me.
Yes.
I think Jessica and I probably were raised around the same way. So I can't do those before, and I don't think that they're helpful. I don't think
Yeah.
it's not giving people lasting change. But I think just want to echo what Jessica said. She asked her members, ask the people. So if you don't have members, if you're like, ladies, I don't have members, you have people who you love as clients. Ask them what they want. What would you do if I did this? What would it look like? Give them options, option A or B. Make sure they're options that you can do.
Yeah.
You know, and then you'd be surprised. They'll help you create it for them. And then they'll be so excited because they'll feel so seen, which is what everybody wants. And you'll create something that they're fired up. They're going to tell their 5 friends, as Martin said before I got on. Like, everyone has 5. They'll tell them if they feel like they were part of creating it.
Great. So question for both of you in the room here, and for those who are watching who may think, okay, both of you are talking about these amazing polished programs. How do they get started? What is your word of advice of just getting going? Like in you know, everyone talks about taking messy action and stuff, but for real, what does that mean for both of you guys?
I mean, I think you decide where your people are. Like, my thing is, I think we're on Instagram right now, obviously. Everyone's like, you have to be on Instagram or even TikTok. I am not on TikTok, but everyone tells me I need to be on TikTok. But I know right now, like, my people, my demographic, they aren't on TikTok. My people aren't certain places. They are here and they are on YouTube. So I leverage those 2 platforms because that's where my people are and that's where they're going to see it. And then I leverage that onto my email list because those are the people that convert the most. So for me, I think you just want to decide first where your people are. And it might be your brick and mortar studio. Like, maybe you do a challenge right there because that's where your people are. So set yourself up for success by deciding the place they are and speak to them there to start with.
Yes, that's good.
Jessica, I am on TikTok, and let me just say the comments are weird. I'm so scared to check my TikTok. I'm like, oh my God, what do they say? I did half hanging, and it's like the most views in the entire world, and it's all people just saying, I need to clean my mind. I'm like, I'm half hanging on a cow. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I don't understand. Anyways, so yes to that, and also, like, just because our challenges look polished doesn't mean that's how yours has to be. And ours look that way because our first ones didn't. And we learned what worked and what didn't work and what we liked and what we didn't like. And so what I would say is just start with where you are. And again, go back to asking the people who already know, like, and trust you, who you wish you could, like, make carbon copies of, because they every time you teach them, every time you talk to them, you feel so good about yourself and what you do and how you are on this planet. And then do something simple. I would keep it 3 or 5 days. I wouldn't make it complicated. I don't mind what Martin's brother posted about, like, a rolling challenge. It's just marketing, right? It's how much time do you have to market people, and it's keeping them engaged. So personally, I would keep it consecutive so that they stay engaged. And then just, you'd be surprised. People are not like, oh, they don't have a Canva account. That's beautiful. Like, they're not thinking that. They're thinking, no, this person understands my problem. This person is talking right to me. This person is, like, in my head. That's what they care about. They don't care if your pictures are beautiful or if you are excellent at Reels or TikToks. They don't. They really don't.
No. And one other thing actually I would say is find a way to capture whoever's doing it. So again, Instagram's awesome. But if you do a challenge and all you do is offer live Instagram workouts, you're not capturing any of those names or email addresses. So you don't know who's doing it, and you have no way to follow up with them because, as we know, human behavior, they might do 5 days of workouts with you, but if you don't follow up, 7 times, right? You need to touch 7 points of touch before someone purchases from you. So, whatever it is, whether you say, I'll release the times to you by give me your email address, and that's how I'm going to release the times and dates to you, or give me your email address and that's how I'm going to give you the Zoom links to the workouts. However you want to do it. I think PDFs can be fine, but I definitely think you need to capture them somehow.
There has to be a way to follow up with them. You're completely correct. And also, it was pre-pandemic, Facebook said it was 7 to 17 times people had to see something before they clicked on it. That doesn't even mean buy or sign up or give you their email. And now they estimate it to be even more. And I don't say that to like discourage you. I say that like when you put up a post and no one sees it or signs up for it, it's not personal. It's not you.
Right.
They need to see 17 more.
Yeah. Yep. And then your conversion rate, the typical conversion rate is what, like 3%, 3 to 10% purchase conversion rate. So
for online stuff, it's they actually from online business stuff, from a challenge or from a list, they consider 1 to 3% a good conversion. I consider 5 to 10 a good conversion. But if you're like, oh my God, this is online stuff. If you are brick and mortar people in person, first of all, just like some optimism for you. If people show up in your studio, their decision to buy from you is 60% positive. They've already 60% in. They're just making sure that you get them and you can help them. So just know that the conversion's much higher when they're with you.
Yeah. Yes. And so keep doing them because you have a higher conversion rate and a higher chance of purchase. Yes. The more you do and the more names you collect and the more bodies you get in. So again, like Leslie said, don't be discouraged if not a lot of people like the first post, and don't be discouraged if not, like, let's say you have 20 people in your first challenge and only one purchases something from you. That's awesome. Then do it again, because then you're going to have a 50-person list, and then do it again. And so that's the point. Just think of, what's my end game here? It's not for a $10,000 launch when you do a challenge. It's touch people, touch people, touch people, show them what you do, get your lifelong clients, and keep serving, and that will come back to you. It just takes some time to do it.
Yes. I hope you all were taking notes, because that was like a master class for free $99 right here. Yes.
And it's so fun to see your guys' faces.
I know. Honestly. It's so fun. Thanks for the invite. I'm glad I popped on.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, this is so rich, right? And it's so casual, and it's just like, it really is authentic in its delivery. So like, and this started with just one person's conversation with one thing they're doing. So Helen, I hope that you have like a ton of notes, like a year's worth of information. And Tammy as well, like, right. And for
Hi,
Phil,
Tammy.
like my brother, right, like in totally different industry, like you can take all this to any service industry and run with it. Yes, I got taken to college.
I have to actually work because I have to film the window chair workout, but for my members. Yes. But if you don't mind, Martin, because you've had me on before, on Agency Mini number 7, which is our 7th one we've ever done, and it's our last one for this year, is going to start in 5 weeks. And we actually, for the first time ever, are letting people jump into the group early and do homework to prepare for the 7-day coaching. So if this was fun for you, if you enjoy just getting random questions answered, profitablehobbies.com/mini, it's $25. So it's not a challenge. It's definitely just a 7 days of coaching. Brad and I, and then Erica Quest, who you all know and love. She's part of the agency coaching team. We've got one more person. I'm just waiting for her to sign her contract, and then I can announce her amazing face. So you'll have tons and tons of support for 7 days in your business, no matter what your level is.
Yep. And if you want to just see what a challenge looks like, so I won't do all the questions and answers, but if you just want to see what it looks like, mine starts September 1st, and you could just see how we deliver the content even, and then get in Mini and ask all your questions about it. Like, why did she do this?
Perfect.
How did she do this? How did this happen? What's the conversion on this? Because sometimes, like, I'll do that. I'll hop in and out of memberships, honestly. And I would expect that as a business owner, but it's one of the most helpful ways that I learn and see how things are done is by paying for that. I consider it my education. I'm like, I'm going to go in and see how that's done. And, oh, that's awesome. Sometimes you're like, oh, I'm doing okay because I'm doing the same stuff they are.
That's so affirming. Exactly. Yep. We got 25 seconds left, so I just want to make sure I got my thank you in. So thank you, ladies. You guys are so awesome. I'm so glad you're able to bless us with your presence today.
Thank you for blessing us with your presence.
Jess is the best.
Love you guys.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great day, everybody.
Everyone. Love you.